Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today I am sick. I'm not sick and tired. I'm not sick of this garbage. I'm just physically ill. I'm just not feeling all that good. And this is something that I fortunately rarely struggle with. I'm not usually sick. This isn't my usual state of being. But boy howdy, when I get sick, I'm sick for like 2 weeks and it's not good. It screws up my sleeping pattern. It screws up basically everything. And so today I just wanted to talk about, being sick, what it's like, the things to do to get better. Should you just power through? Should you really recuperate and try and do nothing? It's hard to know. Honestly, it's difficult to know. But my approach, depending on the sickness, like if I've got COVID or something, like I'm not going anywhere, I'm not seeing anybody, and that's just how I do it. But this is just the run of the mill seasonal flu or sickness, head cold, that kind of thing, runny nose, sore throat, soreness in general, fatigue, that kind of stuff. A perpetual cough, which is really annoying. You might have heard it in the last few videos that every now and then I cough or my throat's just like, bleh. Sorry. But yeah, it's one of those things that really annoys me. I tend to sweat a lot. It's just, yeah, sorry if this is like too much information, but you clicked on a video that says being sick. So, that's what you get. But essentially, I'm a pretty healthy human being. As you guys know, I go to the gym every day. I take daily supplements. I do fish oil and vitamin D and vitamin E and vitamin C, and I take a huge amount of stuff just in order to maintain my rhythm. I drink lots of water. Yeah, I try and have a positive outlook. Like there's lots of things that I try and do to really minimize feeling gross and that kind of thing. Taking daily naps in the middle of the day. I should be doing more of those, honestly, because they're so helpful. And recovery really happens while you sleep. So if you're sick, do that. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And like a few days ago, I talked about my productivity problem and how I have a really hard time just doing nothing. And it's just like my body was like, oh, you have a problem not doing stuff? Well, let's make you sick so you can't do anything. It's kind of like my body's just like, we will fix this for you. So as a result, I haven't been doing a whole lot. I've sort of been staying closer to home, dealing with the dogs, getting little jobs done on the farm in the morning when I have the energy to do so. So that's been pretty good. It's been the way I wanted it to be. I'm really lucky. This is one of the things that's like, I feel lucky when you're like self-employed because I don't have to call in sick or anything. I can just reduce my workload a little bit. And I mean, I really haven't like stopped working. I did a whole bunch of work this morning. I did a lot of work yesterday, organizing the shop and like cleaning and doing stuff like that. But just being self-employed really like allows me to take care of what I need to take care of. And then I can put things on the back burner that need to be put on the back burner just because I don't have the energy and I don't have the ability to do these things right now. And I've gotten really lucky with the weather right now because currently it's actually kind of sunny out, as you can see, but we've had rain for the last few days. So there hasn't been much I can do outside anyway, which has been good. And yeah, it's also been good that my parents aren't here. So I'm not making anyone else sick. Like I'm just living at their house and dealing with the dogs, and the dogs can't get my sickness as far as I know. So they're safe. Sorry, dogs, if you're not, but that's what I know. So yeah, it's one of those things. And then, yeah, living on the farm, being a little bit more remote. I don't run into people or like I don't have friends over or anything normally. And so I don't have to worry about making anyone else sick, which is like, that's like at the top of my priorities. Like I just don't want anyone else to have to, I don't want anyone else to have to experience what I experience while I'm ill. So that's okay. And so I'm able to like FaceTime people and connect with people that way. This October, I've been watching a scary movie every single night, which has been really good. I don't know, there's just something about watching a movie when you're like home alone and it's like a spooky movie and you're on a farm that's just like it's creepy. And then I like have to like I watch it in the basement and then I have to walk upstairs and then I have to walk upstairs to get to my bed and I'm like, "Ooh, spooky." But I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. It keeps everything interesting. That's exactly what it does. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to not being sick anymore. I don't think, you know how like when you're sick, you can kind of like, you kind of like, so you can feel yourself getting sick and it's like, oh, this is getting worse. And each day you can kind of feel it like that. And then at some point, like it starts to get better and you start to feel, you hit the peak sickness and then you hit down. I don't know if I've hit peak sickness yet. It's one of those things where like I can never really tell if I'm good or if it's still progressing. So I really hope that last night was the worst of it, just because it's like irregular sleep patterns. I have some crazy dreams. I have some nightmares. I had this nightmare about having to drive manual. And I know how to drive manual, but in this dream, I didn't know how to drive manual and I was freaking out and I was in Europe and I was like trying to figure out how to drive. And I woke up and I was like, oh man, I'm so stressed. And then I was like, wait a minute, I know how to drive manual. Like, what? So it was just a really stressful dream and it kept me up like a lot longer than I thought it would. So looking forward to feeling better, looking forward to being able to come back and make all the content that I want to make and be able to connect with you. If you haven't heard from me in a few days, I'm sorry. It's just because I'm sick and I haven't been doing exactly the greatest. So, I try to message as quickly as I can and talk to you guys directly, but it's just been one of those things where it's much harder to do everything while feeling under the weather. Under the weather is kind of an interesting expression when you think of it. We use it to describe someone who is not doing well, but everybody is under the weather. Like weather happens up here and we're all under it. You know what I mean? So I don't quite understand that. But this video is not titled Under the Weather, although maybe it should have been. Missed opportunity. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any like sickness remedies and things that help you when you're feeling ill and not good, you should let me know because I could use something right about now. But that being said, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Dream beautiful things. Do amazing things. Stay happy. Stay focused on what you're trying to achieve. And as always, guys, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.